what is up, Whiskey Wednesday night? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to the mashanddrum Whiskey Room. It's a Whiskey Wednesday. My palate is about to get lit up tonight. Elijah Craig barrel proof blind tastings are always fun, but man, it's going to be. I haven't really had a drink of anything all day, so had my palate ready. It's fresh. I have all my my 4 pours right here, right now. Been chatting with you guys tonight so early. Thanks for coming in the chat. Really appreciate it, everybody. Everybody is so ready. Let's rock. Drum roll. Trev Wilson says my body is ready. Yeah. What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Thanks for coming in tonight. We have a really great show tonight. Going to be going through a bunch of cool updates for the channel, for details about my meetup, details about a special live stream coming up this weekend. We're going to dive into the blind tasting. Also going to show you guys my new coins are here, so I'll show you those too. Yeah, it's going to be a friggin' awesome night. Thanks for coming over from Chris's live stream over at Bourbon Sane. Yeah, it's going to be a really fun night, guys. So thanks for stopping in. I have the McKenna here because it's kind of my warm-up pour. It's Heaven Hill. I figured I'll get my palate started with this. So screw it. Let's share a pour right now real quick. Cheers, everyone. Happy Whiskey Wednesday. Thanks for coming in. Whiskey Tube community. Love seeing you. Here we go. Cheers. Very nice. All right. Before I say hi to everyone in the chat, I do want to say a quick happy birthday to my buddy DH Silv 2, who's in the chat. He's always in the chats. He's a great buddy of mine. We've shared a lot of great whiskey together. So thank you so much for coming in. Cheers to you, DH Silv. Happy birthday. Get some water. Here we go, baby. All right. Let's start with the chat here. We had all of our pre-gamers in the house. We had Rebecca Page, Sharp Acumen, new name in the chat. Thanks for coming in. Fred Gilbert, Michael Klein, the other half of Mash and Klein. How you doing, man? Mark JG's in the house. Radislav Traps is here. Fred Gilbert. Moose 76 was here, nice and early. We had some pretty funny conversations about waffles and breakfast and some other things. Let's see. Jeff Perkins is here. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. Trev Wilson, of course. The Wrench. We have Karen before. Thanks for coming in, Karen. Always nice to see you. Chris Zalencia, thanks for coming in. Says, yo, let's get it on. Definitely tonight, buddy. Donald Rance is in the house. Let's see, who else we got here? Then we have all the bunch of names jumping in here. Let's see. My Bourbon Journey, what is up, Scotty? Thanks for coming in. Robot Scott's here. Travis Smith, Chad Wallace. Wildlife and Whiskey's here. John, We Whiskey Sipper Watson. Always nice to see you, man. James Bradley's in the house. Jim Muller. Dark Meat Chicken. Sipper Social Club. What is up, Jeremy? Joseph Brazo. What is up, man? Jeffrey Jankovic. Or Yankovic. I'm sure the J is silent in that name. Scary Peeper. Eric Thomas. Hey, he's from Columbus. Thanks for representing Central Ohio. Thanks for coming in, man. One Lost Cause is in here. Doug Tempest. Aaron Berry, one of my patrons. What is up, man? Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Dramhound is here. Good buddy. Anthony's Grow. Thanks, man. Justin Smith. More people jumping in. Whiskey Crusaders. What is up? Matty Ice. Logan Captis. Tol Thomas. Woo! People flying in. Roy Bragg. What's up, man? Thanks for coming in. Alexman KC says, pour the juice. JP Bama. Brent Bailey. Nice. All right, guys. So as I mentioned tonight, we're going to be doing an Elijah Craig barrel proof blind tasting with 3 of my favorite batches. But I also, and thanks to Travis Wallard, I don't know if he's going to jump in the chat. Hey, Monica Willits is here. Nice to see you, Monica. Miss you in the chat. Everyone say hi to Monica. Stitching Time, Howell, Michigan is here. What is up, man? Bourbon Sane, he's already typing with his toes. Welcome, man. This is the barrel proof, the Elijah Craig barrel proof A120. Hot off the shelf, 136.6 freaking proof. I'll tell you guys right now, well, we'll get into this in a little bit once we start. I'll see if you guys want to get into a blind tasting. Just throw it in the blind tasting, or if you want to do a quick review of this one. But I'll tell you right now, it's easily probably the best A batch that they've made since they've been starting to come in. We got a couple of super chats. Oh, there he is. Travis Waller says, cheers, Jason. I'm going to use my challenge coin tonight. Hope you enjoy that whiskey I got for you. Thank you so much, Travis. Travis was kind enough to grab me this bottle of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Thank you so much, man. Couldn't have done it without you, literally. Nick Foles is curious what would happen if you aged new distillate in a barrel that wasn't charred or toasted. It would taste pretty much like wood. You wouldn't really get the charring and the caramel flavors. It is what draws out those sweet flavors out of it. If you just put it in an uncharred barrel, it'll probably just taste a little bit like wood and really not too much else. You're not going to get those sweet flavors. You might get some, but not nearly as much as you would when you toast it. We also got a super chat from Ron's Wood Turning Shop. Cheers to you, buddy. $5. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. So tonight, guys, I want to mention, if you want, I'm going to be doing a bottle giveaway tonight. I'm going to be doing, all you have to do is super chat to enter. You could super chat $1, however much you want, $5, $10, $100, whatever it is. If you super chat, you are entered. Tonight, I'm giving away a bottle. I was lucky enough to get another one of these, and I have a few of these, so I figured I can give one away. So I'm going to be giving away the E.H. Taylor single barrel to one of you lucky viewers out there tonight. This one is, I believe the rumors to be, this one is between 10 and 11 years old. So, so one of you lucky viewers out there will get an E.H. Taylor single barrel. So super chat to enter. I have my buddy, The Wrench. He is going to be keeping track of all the names for me. So I really appreciate that, Trevor. Thanks so much, man. All right, so before we get started, I want to thank, I have a couple new Patreons to shout out for joining in. Let's see, we have the Ernmeister, Dramhound, Justin Jenkins, Scott Meacham, Douglas Papa, Matthew Zitrick, also from Whiskey Crusaders, Douglas Hunt, Braxton Underwood, who also, he went from a casual drummer to an intense drummer for Braxton Underwood, Brian Butler as well. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you guys becoming Patreons. For all you Patreons out there, you should start receiving the first round of Glencairns that I sent out to all you Patreons. And I've also started shipping out my coins. Real quick, we got some more super chats that came in. I want to make sure I don't miss you guys. We have BJG says, cheers, betting C919 for the win. Nice. Doug Krisoff, $10, sounds good to me. Will Henderson says, I'm in for the win. Jim Muller, thank you so much. Joseph Brazo, C918 for the win. That's what my money's on, but don't count out the old bottle, man, the old bottle of Wow. Going for that BD luck to mix in Coke. Jeremy Sears in the house. What is up, buddy? Good evening, brother. Cheers. Sipping on some Stag Junior, smoking a Padron 1926, watching the stream. Life is good. Yeah, Jeremy and I are working on a collab, a cigar and whiskey collab, so keep an eye out for that. Definitely got to talk and get in on that, buddy. JD199 and Sharpa Cumin. Thanks for coming in with a $5 super chat. Also, William Davlar says, oh, he just received the Glencairn. Awesome. I do want to show you guys the new coins. So my Patreons got first dibs at ordering these first. So if any of you else out there want to order a coin, you can email me here at themashanddrum@gmail.com. They came out awesome, guys. Here is a close-up. So there is the front. And on the back is the tribute to Neil Peart. They came out really great, really good quality. So if you guys want one, hit me up on email and we'll start putting the orders in. Thank you so much, Daniel Autry. Michael Klein, Bottle Fun for Klein. Sean Franklin comes in. I'm here. Aren't we all winners, though? Yes, the community is all winners. Paul Adair, hello from C-Bus. What is up, Paul? Thanks for coming in. Representing Columbus. Thanks for coming in, man. We got 170 in the chat so far. Keep it coming. I also want to mention, tonight, I'm also close to breaking 8,000 subs. So pretty big milestone for me. I did not think, because my channel is so education focused, that I would get that many subs. But with so much history I go into it. But I really do want to thank you all for the support. And if I'm about 40 something subs away from 8K, so if you guys know anyone that likes whiskey, get them to subscribe. See if we can hit that 8K tonight, right now, as it happens live. Also, real quick for you guys, keep those super chats coming. Dane Pinkston, thank you so much. Brian Butler, Brent Bailey. Let's see, Monica Willits, because you're one of the best and I don't support you enough. Oh, thank you so much, Monica. You're the best. You the best. You the best, as my my uncle would say. You the best. Karen B. Ford says, thank you for the Glencairn. I'm glad you got yours. Mark Heron says, sipping my B518 right now. Great bourbon. It is a great bourbon. I love that B518. That was a good batch too, man. Fred Gilbert says, oh, close to 30-something now. The Linux Cat, the Bourbon Junkies are hot on your tail as far as subs. Oh, yeah, I totally expect the Bourbon Junkies to pass me eventually. Those guys are doing unbelievable. They're way more entertaining to watch than I am. I think I need to hire like a I don't know, like a hot co-host, or I don't know, a monkey or something to help me out here. Jason, you are like the perfect third grade teacher. You make learning fun. Oh, that's kind of a compliment, I guess. I'll take it. Bottoms up. I'm going to have another sip of this shit. All right, so details, guys. Meetup, April 25th. Here it is. Here are the details, guys. Mark your calendars. Meetup, date confirmed, Saturday, April 25th, 2020. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the Sidebar in Louisville, Kentucky. Join me for good times and good pours. It's going to be an epic time, guys. If you can make it down, I have reserved the bar. Hey, Judy Baker's here. Thanks for coming in with the super chat. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in and being a legendary drummer. Thank you so much. Go Buckeyes from Chris Bunzalencia. Awesome. Hey, Clifton McDaniel is here. Thanks for coming in, Clifton. Appreciate it. If none of you guys have checked out Clifton's channel, he does some great lives, some great bourbon reviews. Clifton McDaniel is definitely one of the newer channels. Well, he's actually been around for a while, but definitely go check him out. Does some great reviews. Ern Meister, thanks so much for coming in, man. Someone say monkey? Yeah, I need something. Travis Wallace says, I got to meet your future co-host last week. Wink, wink. Oh, Travis, yes. Yes, you did. We'll see about that one. But yeah, here's the meetup. If you guys can make it down, we're going to have, I'm planning on having some appetizers already ready for all you guys. If none of you have been to the Sidebar, they have an amazing bourbon selection. Just really great pours, everything from high end, low end. They still have like the Heaven Hill bottled and bond, the old bottle, the 6-year. I think it's like for $6 a pour. I mean, it's awesome. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to have some swag there. It's going to be a fun time. So if you can make it to Louisville that weekend, I'd love to see you guys. Also, I want to mention this weekend, Saturday morning, speaking of the junkies and I Whiskey She Wines, yes, there are hotels nearby, Richie. It's right. It's literally on Whiskey Row, the Sidebar. So if like Old Forester is here on the block, you go around the corner and Sidebar is at the bottom, like right behind it. So there's a lot to do around there. I'm thinking, since it's at 5 o'clock, I might try to coordinate some a distillery visit. Old Forester is kind of doing an open house walkthrough up to the distillery that weekend, so maybe we could all get together and do that. That'd be a lot of fun. So this Saturday, I want to mention this is happening. Whiskey and Waffles coming this Saturday, 10 a.m. Tune in, guys. Make some breakfast. What whiskey goes best with waffles? So I Whiskey She Wines and Bourbon Junkies, when we did our live stream last year, we talked about doing this, but we were too hungover the next morning to actually do it. this is happening this Saturday morning, guys. So I'm really excited for you guys. Please tune in. It's going to be on my channel. Bourbon Junkies will be joining in along with Bobby and Sam from My Whiskey She Wines. We're going to be picking different whiskeys that go best with waffles. And of course, you know, we got to make some freaking bacon. I'm going to get some thick-ass cut Ohio bacon. I'm going to bake that. I'm going to do the Whiskey Crusaders recipe. I'm going to follow Will's recipe and do it that way. I'm going to have waffles, bacon, and whiskey. So pull up a chair, have some breakfast whiskey with us this Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be awesome. Hey, I Whiskey She Wines in the house. Hey, Donner Pass Whiskey. Hi, Jason. And everything, doing my taxes with a dram of Glendronach at Cask Strength Batch 8. Hell yeah. That's the only way to do your taxes if you're doing them themselves. Logan Captis, he's saying the old ECBP for the win, then C919, A120. Oh, he's picking C918 last. Wow. All right, Logan, we'll see what happens. Will Henderson, that's right. Jeremy Sears has a great channel, Man Shit. I love his channel. Definitely go check it out, guys. ADHD Fishing, who's watching too, he's this close to 1,000 subs. So if none of you guys have subbed to ADHD Whiskey, please go do so. Moose76 is in the house too. Let's see. Karen Ford says, I know that Knob Creek is great with waffles. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. So whiskey mimosas, I mean, you could try it, Nick. Bourbon and orange juice, that probably can't be that bad. And speaking of that, I just want to say one thing to any bourbon snob that's out there. I'm going to get a little crazy right now because I went to a bar recently and there was some dude at a bar telling a bunch of people how to drink bourbon. And there was a couple of ladies there that wanted to put it in Coke or ginger ale or something else. I think somebody wanted to mix it with their ginger beer, whatever it was. And he's telling them that, that's not right. You shouldn't do that. That's not the way you enjoy bourbon. Fuck that guy. There is no wrong way to enjoy bourbon or whiskey. You drink it how you want it. You drink it how you like it. That is always the #1 golden rule. Well, actually, that's the second rule. The first rule is to drink with friends and family and anyone else around. Second rule, you drink the bourbon however the hell you want. And that's it. So that's my little soapbox. Yeah, I actually did say something to him. It was pretty funny. I was I think somebody at the bar recognized me, and they were like, because it was a local place. And I went over and started talking to the guy. I'm like, dude, you could have bourbon whenever you want. He was like, oh, yeah, I know. So he hedged back all of a sudden. So whatever, man. All right, so what we're going to do, let's get into some news stories, because we did have some really cool releases and some cool announcements that came through the newswire. Let me move this. And then we're going to get into our blind tasting, guys. So first up, all you Irish whiskey fans, hey, Donald Rance, I'm looking at you, buddy. Glendalough Whiskey launches 3 new whiskeys. The 17-year-old Mizunara finish. This is a 17-year Mizunara finish, spent 15 years in first fill ex-bourbon barrels before being transferred to Japanese Mizunara oak barrels. After 2 years of finishing, the whiskey was bottled without chill filtration, 46% ABV. Only 6,000 of these will be available. 3,000 of them making their way to the United States for a price of $300. They're also making a 25-year oak finish. This is a 25-year-old Irish whiskey aged in heavily charred American oak ex-bourbon barrels prior to aging in Spanish oak ex-Oloroso sherry casks, finally, and then virgin oak casks as well. This is bottled at 46% ABV, no chill filtration. Only 1,700 of these. 752 will go to the United States. And the suggested price is $499. Then we have the Glendalough Pot Still. No age statement, but 3 years in ex-bourbon barrels before transferring to virgin Irish oak casks for an additional year. This is a little bit more affordable, guys. This is 43% ABV, suggested price of $54.99. So Derek Grajeda just did a $4.99 super chat. He says OH, and I will say I-O. Thank you, man. Jeremy Sears says, I agree, man. You paid for it. Drink however the hell you like it best. Absolutely, man. Magnificent bastard it is. Next up, Woodford Reserve. The new Masters Collection Batch Proof is hit the market. Now, before we get into this one, this is probably now the only batch proof I'm ever going to buy, the only whiskey Masters Collection I'm ever going to buy again. I've been disappointed in too many of them. The oatmeal, the frickin' Woodford chocolate malt. I know a lot of people like that one, but I just wasn't into it. So yeah, for 120 bucks a pop, this is probably the one that is worth picking up, and that is the Woodford Reserve one. Let's see, Bourbon saying, damn it, making me want to grab my cask strength 12-year. All right, let's go back to the picture here. So if you guys see the stats, this is 123.6 proof this year. The batch proof, it's meant to highlight the proprietary batch process. This is available limited quantities as of this month for just a price of 130 bucks. You don't get to try very much. I know this is Woodford, but they do batch their distillate with Old Forester. So this is probably as close as you can get to the Old Forester or tasting Old Forester batch proof until we can get our hands on the single barrels, the new single barrel batch proofs. That'll be coming out soon. Next up, this is hot off the presses. This is the new Ardbeg Black. That's right, that's how you have to say it. So this is an interesting release. So this is the new committee release Ardbeg Black. This is single malt. This will be bottled, probably US 122, and it's supposed to be about 122 bucks. Ardbeg Black will launch the end of May on the final Saturday of this year's Fagile, a festival of music and whiskey on Ardbeg's home of Islay. The iteration, which will be available in limited numbers, is a no-age statement whiskey. Again, another no-age statement from Ardbeg. But it will be finished in Pinot Noir casks, sourced from New Zealand. The name of the expression is sheep-related, play on words. Ardbeg Black also commemorates the 20th anniversary of the Ardbeg Committee consumer group of fans of the brand. So basically, their committee members being kind of the sheep of Ardbeg, the black sheep. So kind of pays homage to them, which is kind of cool. We'll see if the Pinot Noir finish does anything to it. I've been a little disappointed in some of the last committee releases, except the, besides the Supernova. I think that one I kind of liked. I want to thank Scott from My Bourbon Journey coming up with this new story. So this is this is Davies County bourbon, and this is a relaunch from Lux Row Distillers. So to pay homage to the rich distilling tradition of Davies County, Kentucky, Lux Row is relaunching Davies County Straight Bourbon in ultra premium family bourbons with 3 variants. So this is actually launching very soon. Consists of a mixed mash bill of both wheated and rye bourbons. 3 variants will be Kentucky Straight Bourbon with a Cabernet Sauvignon finish, just a regular straight bourbon, and then a French oak finish. So the combination of mash bills with the combination of cask finishing is supposed to, do some pretty cool things to the flavor. As far as the pricing, don't have any pricing on these yet, but I would imagine most of these special releases from Lux Row are kind of pricey. And last but not least, I mentioned it last week, guys, Terry Bradshaw, another celebrity, throws his hat in the whiskey ring. Jim Ferryman comes in with a $5 super chat, just a little something from a fellow Ohioan, enjoying all that you do in the community as a whole. Cheers, Jim. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming in from Ohio, buddy. Really appreciate it. We have another celeb making his way. It's Bradshaw, Kentucky Straight Bourbon. I found a few details about it. So this is, he's partnering with the U.S. bottler Silver Screen Bottling Company to launch this Bradshaw bourbon. We don't know where the bourbon is sourced from, unfortunately, but it's bottled at 51.9%, which is a reference to his passing completion rate during his time in the NFL. It's available for about 40 bucks. So not sure when the release date is for that, but I think it's kind of cool. It's over 100 proof, $40. We don't know where it is from. We don't know what the age is on it, but I'm guessing it's going to be a younger whiskey, like most of them are. So we'll see how that goes. All right, guys. So Nick Williams says, cheers from Minnesota. What is up, Nick? Thanks for coming in, man. Lucky Luciano just joined in. Monica Will says, yeah, no. Yeah, the bottle does look a little bit like Lagavulin if you look at it. It is pretty interesting. But yeah, I'm going to probably hard pass on that one. Not really interested too much in that one. So again, real quick, guys, I want to mention that my Mash and Drum coins are ready for all you Rush fans out there. This is the Neil Peart tribute coin. If you guys want, email me at themashanddrum@gmail.com to get your orders in. They're $15 each. I'm covering shipping, so don't worry about that. And we'll see how many you guys want. Bourbon Sane says, you are the man, brother. Love the Redwood lineup behind you. Got to find some of that. Yeah, I'm going to be reviewing the Redwood lineup soon. They're doing some great things. Chad Holly says, here's to the 139.4 blowing the rest of away. Okay, I don't think it's that one. This one I have, oh, it is, 139.4. Okay, yeah. So we'll see if that one blows the field away going to the old school Elijah Craig bottle. All right. So before we get into the blind tasting, I do have the Elijah Craig A120 is in here. Now, before I do the tasting, I'll leave it up to you guys. Before I do the blind, do you guys want me to do a quick review of it by itself to just let you know what I'm tasting and how it is before we throw it into the blind, or you just want me to do it blind? Just write in the chat taste or blind, and then I'll know by what you guys are saying here. Hey, Tom Bryan's in the house. Brenton Bailey, let's see. Hey, the Whiskey Dick, what is up? Thanks for coming in, Bill. Appreciate it. Travis Waller using number 69 right now. Yeah, Travis got coin 69, one of the 4 he got. Hey, Captain 3D's in the house. How you doing, man? Hey, Brian Scott's here. Ohio here also. Thanks, man. I love how Ohio's invading the chat. This is awesome, man. Blind, no, blind. Just digging it blind. Blind, 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 blind. Blind is best. All right, we're going blind. All right, here we go, guys. So this is my favorite part of the show, guys. This is where I get to interact with you a little bit more as I taste these. So if you have any questions about anything bourbon-wise or anything whiskey-wise or any questions for me, definitely throw them in the chat. Thanks again for the super chats. For those of you that don't know yet, if you super chat tonight, I'm giving away a bottle of Colonel Taylor Single Barrel tonight. So this one, I believe, is rumored to be about between 10 and 11 years old. So thanks for helping out, Trev. I appreciate it, man. All right, so let's mix these up here. Got my coins here. I got coin 119, 122, 120, and 118. I do want to show you a special coin that I had made. And I can't take credit for this. Somebody, I forgot who, it might have been Richie Z. Somebody gave me the idea to make this coin. This I'm going to give away at the Meetup in Louisville for a special attendee. This is my special coin. If you notice the number on the bottom, it is 2112. So this is coin 2112 in honor of the late, great Neil Peart, my favorite drummer of all time. So I'll be giving this away at the Meetup. Really cool coin. Also tonight with the bottle, I will be giving away a coin to the lucky winner as well to go with the bottle to have for in your dram. So, hey, Bernie D's in the house. Thanks for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. Bottle of Wow for the win from Christopher David. Whiskey Dick, sure, why not? That would look good on that would look good in my glass. Very nice. Let's see, Shankel 869. What batch number is the old ECBP bottle? I don't remember offhand. I want to say it's batch 11, 12, or 13, something like that. But it's 139.4 proof. So, all right. So let's mix these up here. I have it indicated on the bottom of the glass which batch is what. So I do not know. Brian Jackson, Timothy Portelli, he comes in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Brian Jackson. Kids finally passed out. Enjoy the work, good so, even if you are from Ohio. Does that mean you're from Michigan? Remember, I'm originally from New York, but I do enjoy living here. Patrick Fulmer with a $5 super chat. He says, drinking JD Single Barrel Select, inspired by our video today, rock on. Dude, that video did really well. A lot of people love that JD Single Barrel video. I had a lot of fun shooting it. It was really good. That JD Barrel Proof, man, is so effing good. It is so fucking good. I love that stuff. Evan Miller says, dental student here, can't afford much, love your stuff. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I feel bad taking $5 of your dental student money there. Monica Willett, smartest tuber ever. Oh, thank you, Monica. I appreciate that. Greg Lewis says, howdy from Texas, sipping on a little Garrison Brothers Texas bourbon. Nice. Dramhound, 139 for his batch. Okay, 11. So it is 11. Thanks, Dramhound, for that. Appreciate it. So we have batch 11. So to kind of refresh your memory, we have Elijah Craig, as we know now, batch 11. 139.4 proof. Whiskey Music says for a cymbal crash. Sorry, man, I don't have my cymbal here tonight. My drums are kind of apart right now. I'm reskinning them, all of them. So they're kind of a mess right now. I'm reskinning all my. I broke 2 skins on my drums this week, so I'm in the middle of reskinning just all of them. I figured I'd do them all at once, including my bass drum. My double bass pedal pretty much ripped a hole halfway through the skin. So yeah, I'm in the middle of reskinning everything right now. So, but cheers to you, Whiskey Music. I'll give you a little drum roll. Thank you so much, man. Don't forget to shuffle the bottles. Oh yeah, we're definitely shuffling. Zach Andrews comes in. He says, rare breed in the glass. That is not a bad deal, buddy. Good job, Zach. Bourbon says I'm offended. Richie Z, the JD Barrel Proof is almost in a category itself, being in Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, Tennessee whiskey is its own category. It kind of falls along the lines of, I think Texas whiskey should be its own category. I think even some of the whiskeys out west, Woodinville, some of those that are making some incredible whiskeys, those could literally be their own category. But, you know, if you make it in the bourbon style, you know, it's bourbon. Or just really good whiskey. All right. So, all right, yeah, let's go through the bottles again. So, batch 11, Elijah Craig, 139.4 proof. We have the C918, which was basically my favorite batch of all time for a while. Then we have the C919, which was my favorite batch from this year. Really, really, really close to the C918. And then blind, I just threw in here this is the A120 at 136.6 proof. So 136.6, 139.4. The C918 is 131.4, and the C919 is 136.8. So they're all pretty close. The C918 is actually the lowest one in the group. So, Mike Orav, thanks for coming in with a $1 super chat. Great show. Thank you for entertainment. Appreciate that. Chris Miranda. Cheers, man. All right, here we go. I'm just going to grab a quick piece of paper for some notes. All right, let's move the McKenna over here. We'll bring the Elijah Craig over here. I got my red Solo cup ready, the water. All right. All right, move that out of the way. All right, here we go. We'll call this glass A. We'll move, let's see, my left to right, or, well, if you're watching, yeah, same thing. Heather Rank, how are you? Can't wait for your Redwood Empire review. Love that stuff. Yeah, Redwood Empire is good. It's really good stuff. It's even at a lower proof point, but the way they're doing the blending, the whiskeys they're using, it's really great. All right, here we go. First glass. So already off the bat on this one, you would think I'm going to get that regular Heaven Hill flavor profile, but getting a lot of fruit coming out of the nose on this one. Really, really great. A lot of dark fruits, like raspberries coming through here. Where's ADHD Fishing Man? Blueberries. Blueberries. I love when he finds... Monica Wills, wait, say water again? Yeah, water. That's how I say water. Nope, it is my right to left. Okay, so I'm going to start this way. I've already started. Sorry, man. Donald Rand says, if I win, give it away in samples, Canadian border. Oh, Donald, I told you, I'm going to send you a Glencairn, so if you win, don't worry, I got a guy at UPS that'll get it to you. Don't worry about it. Scrappy McGillicuddy, first time, long time, loving the content, enjoying some Midwinter Act 7. Hell yeah. Justin Smith with a $5 super chat. Thanks for coming in, man. This is super fruity. This is like, I had a dram like this last night on my Bourbon Journeys live stream. It was basically like a parfait almost. It was fruity, nutty, heavy vanilla, like vanilla yogurt, but with like crunch in it and berries. Let's go for a sip of this one. Woo! Coming in hot. Oh yeah, but even on the palate, tons of dark fruits here, tons of nuttiness, of course, with Heaven Hill, chocolate, good amount of almond characteristic on that too. It's not just nuttiness, there's a distinct almond flavor coming through here, or, you know, dare I say marzipan, marzaham. Ooh, marzaham, is that a thing? I want marzaham. All right. Hey, Jason Coates comes in, never won a drawing in my life, but here, have $2. You're entered, Jason. Good luck, buddy. Dark Meat Chicken says, you ever add any water to these high-proof flights to see if they open up? Actually, I was planning on doing that tonight because with these, they're generally going to have a similar profile, but I'm wondering if adding some water to it will actually change it up a little bit and put one over the top. So we're going to do that tonight a little bit. That one is a beast. I would say that's got to be one of the higher proof ones. I mean, they're all high proof, but that one is, maybe that one's just drinking hot to me. But yeah, this one is probably one of the more better balanced Elijah Craig barrel proofs I've had with that fruit characteristic. It's not just a freight train coming through with just peanut and vanilla and caramel. There's a lot of nuance to this glass. A lot of dark fruits, the chocolate finish. You're going to get that good oak profile from that 12-year-old. Mark JG, leave the gun, take the cannoli. Absolutely, man. All right, I'm going to have some water here. All right. Thanks for the super chat, Mark. You are entered. Dram Bam, thank you, ma'am, says 7,960 subs. Oh, I'm close. What, I need 40 more? All right, guys, come on. Get me 40 more subs, if you can. BN2678, how do you not have more subs? I don't know, man. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Listen, I can't complain. The channel grew pretty fast the first year. So I think there are so many channels now, which is so great. And everyone can kind of pick a palette and pick, you know, a different type of channel they like. So variety's the spice of life. One Lost Cause says pancakes are better. Changed my mind. Better than waffles? Yeah, but you know what? I will change your mind, because with a waffle, you could put some butter on it, and it gets in the little holes, and they just kind of stay there. And then and then you pour syrup. Like pancakes, the syrup just, you know, just goes off. Waffles, they have little, you know, the waffles have the little grid in there. So when you pour the syrup in there, it just sits in there and it holds, and you get syrup every bite. If that doesn't change your mind, come on. That makes it definitely better than a pancake. Trev Wilson, this entry is for Rebecca Page. Oh, Brian Jackson entering for Rebecca. Very mighty kind of you, Brian. Bourbon saying, fastest growing channel, my literal goals. Bourbon saying says mine changed. Oh, yeah, you got to fill the holes. Good. That's a really good point, Bourbon saying. Absolutely. All right, let's go into number 2 here. Man. This one has a ton of maple syrup. Speaking of waffles, this one actually might be a good waffle bourbon. This one is maple syrup and chocolate too, but I'm getting more of a corn note on this one that I wasn't getting here. This is more of a, getting a dusty corn note on this one. A lot of oak. A little bit of fruit, not nearly as much as I was getting on the first one. Man, that dusty corn and that peanut note is still there, but it's really interesting. Thanks, Richie. Appreciate it, man. Do change my mind, but what about French toast? Ah, now you're going to throw French toast in the mix? I don't know. French toast, I feel like, is another level. I do love good French toast, though, man. Like the really thick cut French toast, hell yeah. Scary Peeper, I think 79, 60 subs is awesome, especially without a hot chick or a monkey sidekick. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Cheers. Rebecca Page, do you think that liquor stores should form whiskey clubs? I think the ones that do, as long as they do it right. Some of them, I think, keep it a little bit too close to the vest. But some of them who do it right make it really valuable in order to do so. But you can't, as long as it's not a detriment to the other customers that are part of that go to your that shop at your store. So I know the whiskey club, it's got to be some way, some type of, there's got to be a way if they're trying to get a good bottle to keep things even, to keep things a little bit, when those really highly allocated bottles, everyone has a fair shot. There could be some benefits to a whiskey club, like a tasting, you get to taste anything, events to kind of gather around and talk bourbon. But when whiskey club members are getting bottles before other regular customers just because they're not in a whiskey club, I think that's the wrong way to do it, personally. All right, let's go for a sip of this one. Woo. Wow, that's a freight train, man. That's good. This is an absolute flavor bomb. Now, this one is not as nuanced as this one. Like I said, this one has the fruitiness to it. Hey, Rob from Whiskey to Six. When you coming up to my place? We'll make plans as soon as I get your bottle in hand, man. Trev Wilson says, Whiskey Explorer, get this man 300 subs. Hey, Whiskey Explorer. Actually, Whiskey Explorer is a damn good guy, so if you guys want to give him a quick sub, see if we can get him a 300 tonight. This one is really strong in the glass, but this one, I'm not getting as much fruit as Glass A. This is a lot of chocolate, a lot of roasted peanut, a ton of honey and maple syrup too. Speaking of French toast, this one is a little French toasty. It's got a good cinnamon kick too on the finish. But like cinnamon red hot. Not like fireball cinnamon, but like cinnamon red hot on the back end. This one's not as balanced as A, so I would probably put already A in the clubhouse for that one. Let's go for some more water here. Nice. Looks like he's at 300. Oh, Michael Klein was a 300 sub. Nice. All right, 218 in the chat. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. A lot of fun. All right, let's go to number 3 here, see what we get. Wow, this one is super candy sweet. This one is sweeter than the other two. Woo! Wow. This is beyond the other two. This is pure vanilla ice cream. Pure vanilla ice cream. There's really no other way to describe it. Just trying to wave some flavors in front of my nose here. This one has a little bit of that Heaven Hill nuttiness, but it's like pure vanilla extract in the glass. This was crazy. Greg Failer comes in. Love what's on the shelf Wednesday. Basis for my last 3 purchases. Oh, awesome, Greg. Glad you're. Yeah, that series, man. I am so glad I started that series. It was something I was thinking about doing, and it's been really successful. So yeah, thanks for guys for watching that. It's been going really great. I have some really cool bottles too coming up for my next couple episodes. So glad you're enjoying it. Hey, Barrel Lovers in the house. What's up? Late to join tonight. We'll catch up tomorrow. Thanks for coming in, Barrel Lover. You just said wow, so I said wow because this nose is so different than the other two. This is really dark fruity. This is chocolate. This is more of the maple syrup, oak, more of the honey roasted peanut, more of a traditional characteristic you would get from an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. But then this one is just all vanilla extract and baking spices, and it's so unbelievably sweet. Richie Z, do you have a cowbell part of your drum setup? Yes, I do. I do have a cowbell. It's not connected right now, obviously, because I'm taking my drum set friggin' apart, but... are these Elijah Craig's easy to find? Sharp cumin. So, you know, Heaven Hill and the distribution, it's been really, you know, they have a strange distribution model, and it's just really kind of different. They seem to pop, in Ohio, they do pop in from time to time, but they go really quick. And I feel like that's the story everywhere or most places. I will say this, though. I had been to stores in Kentucky. I've been to stores in Texas. And these are sitting on the shelf. So I think it just really depends where you are. I will say, though, in Ohio, when they do come in, they go fast. Moose 70, James Bradley says, God bless barrel proofs. Absolutely, man. Cheers to that. Moose 76, C918 has notes of unicorn tears and fairy dust with a golden nectar finish. Now, that should be on a t-shirt. Oh, Jason Coates says it's a lottery bottle there. Wow. That's interesting. Meredith McCurry, hey, thanks for coming in, Meredith. Love the channel, hoping to make the April meetup. Hope you make it too, Meredith. Thank you. When I was in New York for the holidays, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof was on the shelf in a few stores. So it really just depends where. That's amazing how it goes from on the shelf sitting there to Jason Coates, who has it as a lottery in his state. So, you know, it's kind of the luck of the draw when it comes to that stuff. All right, let's go for a sip of this one. I can't wait to try this one. It's so sweet on the nose. Oh, man, just as sweet on the palate. Really good. That one is a little bit easier to sip on the palate on that one. I don't know, maybe my palate's just getting used to it. You know, being these high proof, this is going to burn my palate out a little bit. That's why I'm drinking a lot of water here in between. But I am picking up some really distinct differences between all these three so far. Number 3 here is easily the sweetest one and probably the most one that I'm surprised by. The fruity one, you do get some dark fruits and some of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs. This number 2 is most like an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Probably a little bit more chocolate, though, than I'm used to from an ECBP. But this one is just pure, it's a vanilla bomb. This one, you know, for being 12 years old, this one soaked up a lot of vanilla flavors. So, Richie Z, what's the best of the past 3 A's? 117, 118, or 119? I only have B and 2 C's. I liked 119 so far the best, but this 120, the A120, I'll tell you, well, we'll see how it does in the flight, but from what I tasted so far, it was easily, hands down, my favorite A batch the last few years. I mean, it might be the proof, which definitely helps, but they've had A batches before that are higher proof, but not with this much viscosity. Hey, Mark Dickinson, welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for coming in. Joseph Brazo, I still have C918 sitting in local. I've got 3 bottles. Should I get another? We'll see how this turns out, man. We'll see how it turns out, Brazo. You might. So 3 is the vanilla bomb. That's just what it is. It's like drinking candy. That is really good. It's definitely leaving a nice, that quintessential peppery spice, the cinnamon on the back end of the palate. Incredible stuff. I think so far these 2 are my favorite coming in here. This one's probably 3rd out of the 3. I love the fruit flavors of this one, and I love the sweetness of this one. So let's go for one more sip here, and let's go to the last one. See what we get. Yeah, A119 was very solid. It wasn't a bad release at all. I know a lot of people that like that the best. Somebody in the chat said it was, had a little bit of a floral note, and I would agree with that. Cerveza Fria says, too bad I can't get one in Argentina. Man, welcome in from Argentina. That is awesome that you are here joining us, man. Thank you for coming in, Cerveza. Really appreciate it. Cheers from Argentina, man. Awesome. Captain 3D is in the house. Captain, did you go out and get that? Did you get that JD barrel proof like you said you were? Taste and Sensibility comes in, says, what a great blind. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it. Scary Peeper, nothing can separate me from my ECBP C919 until I run out. Nectar of the Gods. Dude, it's an amazing batch, man. All right, let's go into the last one here. Let's see what we get. Man, that is... Whew. I'm like looking in the glass like what the hell's coming out of it? All right, so now we're back to the more typical flavor profile here of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Peanut, oak, a little bit of chocolate, fruit. Man, a lot of cinnamon and pepper. Definitely some almond characteristic in there too. Captain 3D says, still have to go and get it. Awesome, man. Let me know how you like it, man, when you get it. Trev Wilson sends a big heart, man. I love you too, buddy. The wrench. All right, let's go for a sip of this one. Oh, that's really good. Oh, this is going to suck picking. So this one drinks... This one has the heat on the nose, but drinks easier than the nose would seem. It's really incredible. That's good. A ton of vanilla. Obviously, your caramels, the oak presence on this one is a little bit more forward here. That honey roasted peanut characteristic. Extremely viscous. This one might have the best mouthfeel out of all of them, which is crazy. Kevin Link says, great content. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Cheers, Kevin. Oh, Michael Klein. Thank you so much. I love your doe-eyed, your heart-eyed figure. Thank you so much, man. Cheers. Bourbon Sane says, any spoilers for what whiskey will pair best with waffles? I will say I have a really good mix of whiskeys that I'm going to be trying with the waffles. Definitely JD Barrel Proof is in there because it has such a good maple syrup characteristic. I have a Whistler Irish whiskey, which I always say it tastes. The flavor profile is butter pecan, but I call it butter pecan. I think that'll go really good with the waffles. So that's two that I'll tell you. Probably one of these Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs I might try with it too. And then I think something, I would like to try like a Joseph Magnus or something finished. Maybe the Foregate with the sherry and the rum might go really good with a waffle. So those are kind of the ones I'm thinking about. Justin Jenkins, what is up? One of my patrons, a Bourbon Day Warrior, Mean Stride. Today's Elijah Craig, Mean Pride. Hell yeah, Justin. Love it. Yeah, Angel's Envy and waffles. That would be a good one too. Hey, Rarebird 101's in the house. What is up, David? Everyone say hi to David Jennings, the authority on wild turkey. Oh, Jeremy Sears, another great call. That's another one I'm looking at. Woodford Double Oaked. How can you not pair Woodford Double Oaked with waffles and breakfast? That thing just tastes like toasted marshmallow and maple syrup and chocolate and Snickers bars. I mean, why not? Rebecca Page says, who the hell drinks that early? Well, that's kind of the point. That's what we're going to do Saturday. So, yeah, definitely. Absolutely, man. All right, let's go for another sip of the last one here. Man, that's really good. So good. Man, I'm kind of torn now. That one might now be the lightest one, but again, unless my palate's just getting used to it. Okay. So I'm gonna take I'm gonna put these in order without water and see how I like them here. I'll take one more sip here. This is the fruit bomb. Yeah. That's nice. That one also has a little bit of a funk to it. I might venture a guess that that might be the 139.4. Because that is something that's sticking out that is not in these other three. Just saying, just my palate. I think I'm picking something up here. Whiskey Row Mo, what is up? $2. Love the show. Can't go wrong with ECBP. Can't argue with you there, buddy. Michael Klein, $1.99 says, wait for it. What am I waiting for? Hey, what's up, Rare Bird? So he says, trust Jason too. I appreciate that, man. Joseph Brazo says, the question is to match the bourbon and waffles or contrast. Do you want the bourbon to make the waffles taste better or vice versa? I don't think I'm looking for either or to make one taste better than the other, because then I think you're doing a disservice to the whiskey and the waffle. I want to find the whiskey that brings out the best in both. So it does the best for the whiskey and it does best for the waffle. What is that whiskey? So I think Woodford Double Oaked has a good shot. So yeah, so I think this one, I don't want to do any guesses yet, but let's go to this one here, number 2. Man, number 2 is just viscous and spicy. I love that one. Definitely not as complex as that one. Number 3. Oh, number 3 is the Candy Bomb. I love that one. All right, so I think I'm gonna go number 1. I think is my first place. Without water so far. I think number 3 is my second place because that is just ridiculously good. Let me taste number 4 again. So number 4 is really good. It's really easy to sip, but it doesn't have the spice that number 2 has. So it's kind of like which one you like. I do like balance. I love spice. Brent Bailey, 211 watt. Oh yes, guys, please hit the like button. It really helps out the channel and the videos. Really appreciate it if you can just go right below the screen, tap that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. The more likes, the better. It helps the channel grow. It's a weird algorithm that really helps the channel grow. So I really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, it's weird. It's like 4 is really good, but 2 has like this overall spice kick to it. But I feel like if I'm gonna reach for one that drinks a little smoother, I'd probably go to this one before that one. So I think I'm gonna put, so this one's first, this one's second. I'm gonna put this one third, so number 2 will be third, and fourth will be number 4. But all of them really good. So I'm gonna drop some water in here, a little bit. I want to drop too much in there, but enough to make a difference and see how each one stands up to the water. All right, let's get that a few minutes to kind of swirl around in there. While that's happening, I'm gonna have some water. If I keep going with all this barrel-proof shit, I'm just gonna like pass out on you guys. I don't think you guys have ever seen me drunk on a live stream. I've gotten close. So, all right. Richie Z says, Roy, Aquavite hasn't had any blind challenges recently, but are you ready if you're nominated? I think it'd be awesome. Richie Z, I did get nominated. So for those of you who don't know Aquavite out in the UK, Scotland, I should say, he is, he's a whiskey evangelist. He talks about, he just evangelizes about Scotch. One of the great guys, too, in the Whiskey Tube community. For those of you that are more bourbon forward, you might not watch Roy too much, Aquavite, because he is primarily Scotch based, but one of the greatest guys in the world. One of the really great YouTubers that supports and helps out young channels. So just, really good stuff. So he does this series called a challenge, the Whiskey Challenge. So he puts together this 4 or 5 dram challenge, and you have to pick out what Scotch is it's like, 25 hours or less. Which one is from the 1930s? Which one is only 2 years old? Which one is the oldest whiskey? So he challenges you to do all these tastings, and he does it to different whiskey tubers. Then each whiskey tuber that does the tasting challenges another channel to do it. Scott from Scotch Test Dummies did a phenomenal job when he did his. So apparently Bart was nominated to do one, and he did his already. And I think Roy's putting that one together now. But apparently Bart from Scotch Test Dummies nominated me to do his challenge next. I am both excited and terrified because I'm a little bit more bourbon forward. I do like Scotch, and I've been getting into more over the last year. But to get that ready for Roy's challenge will be pretty interesting. So Joseph Breda says you're looking a little flush, and that's probably just the lighting. I feel fine, actually. Yeah, if you guys want to see one of the best reviews on YouTube, you got to look up Recycled Reviews. Roy, it's Roy outside next to his recycle bin, and he brings out all his bottles that he's finished, all his Scotch bottles that he's finished, brings them next to the canister, and he basically takes out the bottles, the ones that are empty, and he gives it a quick review and a quick score before he throws it in the bin. And he'll do it with about 10, 11, 12 bottles, whatever it may be. It's one of the best ideas on WhiskeyTube. So let's see here. Nicholas Velagio says the Glen arrived and is sweet. Using it right now, sipping ECBP Batch 12. Yes. Thanks, Nicholas. Appreciate the support. My Patreon supporters that are intense drummers and above all got Glen Cairns with the mash and drum on it. So enjoy, guys. I'm sending out the next wave soon if you haven't got them yet. Let's see here. I'm just checking the chat, guys. Let's see. We have 224 in the chat. That is awesome, man. All right. Let's go to number 1 with some water in it. That fruitiness is still there, but I'm getting that little bit of a dusty note. I'm telling you, this has a little bit of a dusty flavor to it. Dusty corn, a little bit of, not bitter, but you get some of that barrel funk in there too. Oh, it brought the fruit flavors out. They're even more prominent with the water in it. Wow. It's definitely not as hot on the palate. Really sweet. It made it sweeter, more fruity. The water actually might have improved that one a little bit. Instead of maybe the little bit of a dusty funk to it. Man, shit. That's really good. Go for one more sip. Emily Chambers. Oh, hi. I didn't see you, Emily. Jay Baker says, love the Glen. Glad you got one too, Jay Baker. Thank you so much. Trev Wilson says, do these entries need to be numbered when I send them to you? No, I'm going to number them. You don't have to number them. I'm going to put them in a randomizer. Thanks, Trev. Arthur Lopez. Jason C. drinking some Korvyekin coming off the heels of Redbreast 12 cask strength. That's a hell of a night, Arthur. Michael Klein, will I have a Glen with my coin when I get home? Say yes. You should have a coin, Mike. I don't know if you got the Glen yet, because you have to be a patron for a few more months, I think. But your coin should be there, I think. Jeremy Sears, thanks. Glad you enjoy them. Oh, he's talking about his the Barrel and Leaf series. Jeremy Sears, awesome. Hey, Blind Whiskey Reviews in the house. What is up, John? How come sometimes it's water and others it's water with a hard R? Does he lose the accent when he gets buzzed? I feel like it comes out more. I don't know. But water definitely improved Glass A so far. everything it had on the palate, it brought it out. It brought out some of the dusty funk to it. It brought out the corn. It brought out the fruitiness. That still might be my leader in the clubhouse. All right, let's go for number 2. Bourbon Sane says, I just cracked JD Heritage for the first time, and what the fuck, this is incredible. Yeah, isn't it? Telling you, it's insanely good. Moose 76, this Glenn guy must be popular. Yeah, Glenn is a Glenn Cairn like this. Yeah, but yeah, Glenn. Yeah, guys, if you haven't yet, definitely hit that like button. Appreciate it, man. All right, so this one, well, it's really weird. So all the notes that I was getting so far in the first two, the notes that I was getting, this with the fruit characteristic, this with the maple syrup, the water has just brought it out even more in both glasses. This is way more maple syrup, maybe a contender for whiskey and waffles. Yeah. It lost a little something on the palate, though, I think, on that one. Well, it's still pretty sweet. It still has that pepperiness to it. So this was my third. This is my third place in the beginning. But now you add a little water to it. More maple syrup comes out, but it's still coming in. Still coming in with a nice cinnamon spice on the back end. Baking spices, oak. One more sip. This one is a cinnamon spice bomb. I think if I added a gallon of water to this, it would still be cinnamon and spice. It is just really intense, but absolutely delicious. All right, water. All right, guys, we're getting down to it real soon here. And then stick around. We're going to be doing our bottle giveaway. The R at the end of water in the Northeast evaporates into the atmosphere and rains down on the Midwest in words like whoosh, mash and drum. Hey, David L. Tate Jr. is in the house. Says hello from Kansas. Thanks for coming in, David. Cheers. All right, so number 3. This was the sweet vanilla bomb. So let's go in for a sip. Oh, the water killed that one. I think what happened, it was at such a perfect level already, such a perfect flavor profile, because this one was also really easy to drink, and I don't think you really needed to, you didn't really need to do anything to it. So the water kind of killed that one. That was number 3 is my second place. So, I mean, I kind of have to factor that in a little bit, but it was so good without water that I don't know. Brett Colombo comes in. I tend to favor the batches, but C918 was good. Oh, the B batches. You know, a lot of people do, Brett. Brett is saying the B batches a lot of people favor more, and I get that. The Bs seem to be the most, now historically, the A batches were kind of tame, a little bit more floral, not as viscous to me. B was kind of a good balance of both. You had the A batch, it had the flavor, the sweetness of the A, and it also had a little bit of the flavor and viscosity of the C. And then the C batches have just been a freight train. I will say, though, that the A120 is an exception to the rule. The A120 now tastes close to a C batch. It's that viscous, it's that creamy, it's that chocolatey. The A120 batch, if you see it, it's really good. It's a really good batch. Yeah, Michael Klein. Because what I will say is that I think this was so sweet. It didn't have the intensity that you get from usually from like a first pour of an Elijah Craig Barrelproof. This was super sweet. Almost kind of like think of the Stag Junior Batch 12, how candy that is. That's what this was in the glass. And I think when you added water to it a little bit, it kind of just diminished that sweetness a little bit. It was easy to drink. It was easy to sip on. But yeah, I'd rather have that, whatever that one is, I'd rather have it without water. So let's go to the last one. So this one, which putting forth actually got more fruity. I wasn't getting a lot of the fruit that I was getting in the beginning. This one actually brought it out. It's so interesting when you add some, you add some H2O to a whiskey, what it does. I mean, this was second place and the water killed it. This one brought out even more of the flavors, number one here. This one brought out fruit flavors, which I wasn't getting. This one, it brought out more of the maple syrup notes, but still kept the spice to it. So it goes to show you with these Elijah Craig barrel-proof batches how different they can be from batch to batch. So it really just depends on your flavor profile. Now, for me tonight, after tasting all these, I'm going to say this is still my number one. Number one is number one. That is, I love the flavor profile on that one. It is so effing good. Now, ranking the rest of them is going to be a little bit tough. I would say, man, I liked this one so much without water. I'm still going to keep this one second, I think. And then it's between these two I'm going to put this one second. And then it's between these two for third and fourth, the battle of third and fourth place. John Sego, what is up, man? Love all the E.H. Taylor on the shelf. Hard to find. Yeah, I tend to stock up on E.H. Taylors. That's why I'm giving away a bottle tonight of the E.H. Taylor single barrel. So one of you lucky viewers is getting a bottle tonight. Anybody that's super chatted. I like the spice on that one. This one's really, they're all good. Guys, I'm literally nitpicking here. You know that. You guys know how good some of these Elijah Craig barrel-proofs are. Now, some people don't like that spice and that burn that's on the, well, it's not really, this one's not coming through as a burn. It's coming through more cinnamon. Oh, these are all fantastic. These two can, I mean, you could just switch them up. You could call this 3A and 3B, honestly. There's really no fourth place. I'm only going to put this one a little bit ahead because of the spicy finish on it. It's got a good balance of sweet, spicy, good flavor profile. And I'm going to put this one last. But all awesome. All right, let me take some water here, and then we're going to do the reveal. Let's find out. Answer some questions here. Bourbon says, I'm so curious what you like best. Me too, man. Rebecca Page says, is number one your first because of spice or something else? I like number one because of the complexity. I like it's got dusty corn, it's got oak, it's got a lot of fruit to it, it's got a ton of vanilla. It's probably the most well-rounded out of all four of these for me, personally. It just has a really great flavor profile. It's just, it kind of takes you on a little bit of a journey here. When I added water to it, it even brought out more of those flavors. I just love it. It's butterscotchy. It still has a really nice finish to it. Whatever the proof is, it's also drinking a little bit easier for the proof point. I chose number two because of how sweet and forward it was on the palate in the beginning. Like I said, the water kind of killed it a little bit. But before I added it, this was just phenomenal. It was so sweet and delicious. Let's see. Glad to see I'm not too late. Hey, DJ Beacon, what is up, buddy? Thanks for coming in. DJ Beacon was just sent me some really great samples. Can't wait to get into those. Thank you so much, man. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's go into the reveal, guys. First, let me check. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay. Let me check here. How many am I any closer to my sub count? Let's see. What am I up to right here? Oh, 7.97. So close. So close, guys. Well, maybe it'll happen tomorrow. We'll see. But would have been nice to happen tonight. All right. Master Drum, isn't Rebecca Page the reigning Blend Again and champion? Yes, she is. Rebecca Page is the reigning Blend Again and champion. So I have a lot of plans for Blend Again in 3, which is going to be pretty awesome. Going to try to do. There's going to be a couple more guidelines to it. So I think it's going to be really cool. So I can't wait for you guys to start getting your blends in. Bourbon saying ECBP in the one whiskey I would pay near secondary for. What is the max price you would pay on the 919? Probably 80. I'd pay 9 for the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. Maybe 100 if I'm desperate to get an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, but I have a lot of them, as you see. If I'm not desperate, probably the most I would do is 80. If I'm if I have a few, then I'd probably stick to the $60 price range. All right. 4th place. Here we go, guys. Let's find out. I have no guesses. I mean, I could guess. So we have the C918, the C919, and the A120. Jesus. I really can't guess. They're all so close. The only guess I do have is I do think that, hey, DJ Beacon says, Jason, keep up the great work. Maybe I'll get lucky. I hope you do, man. We have 233 watching. Awesome, man. Thank you so much, guys. Here we go. 4th place. So curious. This is crazy. The only one I'm going to guess so far is I think this is the old one. I think my number 1 is the old one. It just has a dusty funk to it, which I love, and the butterscotch note on there. So we'll see. So this one is the, where is it? The A120. Wow, the A120 comes in 4th in this. But I got to tell you, the A120 did so good compared to, when you comparatively speaking to all these, it's so effing good. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a preview of the A120. Now the A120, like I said, when I just was sipping this, it drinks a little easier than the proof tells you, but it's easily, hands down, the best A batch that they've come out with in the last few years. So if you missed out on the C, you can easily get the A. It's pretty close, as you could tell. I was having a hard time between these two, so I'm wondering what the 3rd place is now. So let's go to 3rd place and let's see what we get. Holy shit, see? This is the C919. So think about it. These two were so close. You have the A120 and the C919, basically 3A and 3B compared to the other two. Holy shit. So really, really interesting result so far. And I had no idea how this was going to go, but so this I'm more convinced that this has to be the old bottle, the bottle of wow. So, but that means though my favorite of all time, the C918, which was that vanilla bomb, could be second. We'll see if that's what it is. Hell yeah, man. C918. C918 still comes in, and look how far down the bottle that is. And it's still bringing the game to the, it's still bringing it to the game. 2nd place out of this blind, C918. Joseph Brazo, if you're still watching, go grab another damn bottle. Man, C918, I'm telling you, man, that was a special batch. It is so sweet and so easy to sip. Wow. Let's see here. C918 might be a splitter. I see 5 bottles of C919. Let's see here. Wildlife and whiskey. The best A comes in last. Jason's credit is gone. Well, it's more like, you know, when you think about it, this A batch I wouldn't have even put in here, but because it was so good, I had to add it to this blind flight because that's how much I thought of it. None of the A batches before this one I would ever put in this batch because I just wasn't crazy about them. But the A120 I thought was good enough to put in this blind flight. So The fact that it was kind of going neck and neck with the C919 from last year. I mean, like I said, I could have switched these around. I just like the spiciness of the C919 a little bit more. This one drinks a little bit smoother. So the A120 has definitely something going for it. I think it's, you know, obviously I think the A120 is just, like I said, the best A batch that they've come out with. So that means, number one, the bottle of wow. You can't stop it. You can only hope to contain it. This thing is just, it's a beast. I mean, it has everything you want in a bourbon. It just has, I think it's way more complex than the newer bottles. It's got the butterscotch. It's got the fruit characteristics, the old dusty corn to it. Holy shit. It is so good. When I added water to that and I tasted it, I'm like, that's got to be the older one. It just has a dusty funk to it. Not that even this is that old, but I mean, you could definitely taste the difference. It's pretty incredible. So to recap, guys, coming in first, Elijah Craig, the bottle of wow, 139.4. Coming in second, my old favorite, the C918, coming in at 131.4. Coming in third, you had the C919. And basically coming in at a, 3A was the A120 from this year. So if you guys are in a state that you get these regularly, the A120, hell yeah. Easily a great pickup. It did really well against these because it was really close. So if any of you guys could still get the C919, I know some states haven't even seen the C919 yet, so that's an automatic pickup. The C918, if there's some old batches laying around some shelves, if anyone ever sees a C918, that's an automatic pickup. And this one, I'm not sure how easy these are to find anymore, but there's something about these older Elijah Craig batches, even to go back to the 12-year, go back to just the regular, the 12-year age statement on the bottle. Incredible stuff. So that was a hell of a blind tasting. And now to finish it off for the night, before we get into the giveaway, we're going to blend them. We going to blend them. All right, let's let that sit a little bit, guys. All right, let's swirl that around. Let's let that sit. Stick around. We're going to do the giveaway, and then we're going to do the final, going to do my final toast of the night like I like to do. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, Tony McCurry came in, says, great show, really been enjoying our ECBP as well. Thank you so much, Tony. All right, so this is the thing. Rarebird says, if any of you aren't Master Drum patrons, via Patreon, you really should be. Oh, thank you so much, Rarebird. ADHD Whiskey comes in. He says, taking a fake poop to send you money. Wifey hot on my trail, supposed to be rubbing her feet. Oh my God, Matt, those are two images I did not need in my head. You rubbing your wife's feet and you taking a poop. Thank you for that. Nick Foles says, were the older barrel proofs 12 years old as well? Yeah, they were 12 years old as well, Nick. Yeah, this pour is crazy big. But look how dark it is. Talk about maple syrup. Buy your drams, with the A being so good this year, I really hope the momentum carries on to B and C. Me too. If the A is that good, shit. What the hell is the B and C going to bring? Let's see. Rarebird 101, C919, and 139.4 gets first and second place. I'll upgrade to Legendary Drummer on Patreon. Don't cheat. C918 got first and second. Yeah. 221 still watching. MCatch12 comes in with a $2 super chat. All right, guys. That is it. That is Trev. Get MCatch12 in for the final name in the listing, and then shoot me a message through the chat. Let me know when you have sent the final list, and we'll get it into the final listing. I do want to call out a really cool company, guys. Check out this tasting block that was made for me, this tasting tray. This is from Columbus Barrel Company. If you guys are local to Ohio and haven't checked out what Columbus Barrel Company is making, you got to check them out. They make incredible things out of used bourbon barrels. So this is my mother got me this for Christmas, my tasting tray. So thanks, Mom, and thank you to Columbus Barrel Company. All right, let's get it on here. This is what we're giving away tonight. A lucky viewer out there, someone that did a super chat, is going to get a bottle of Colonel Taylor Single Barrel. I got a guy. Those mafia connections is exactly. Fake poop. Yeah, he did a fake poop. All right, guys. Real quick, bear with me here. I'm going to go into my mail and grab the list from Trev. Excuse me. The barrel proof is getting me all hot. Woo. All right, let me go to my email here. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate tonight. This was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed this blind. I think that you're gonna enjoy actually Rare Bird 101. You're gonna enjoy next week's blind tasting. I'm doing a turkey shoot next week. I'm gonna be putting a bunch of different wild turkeys in one flight. I'm gonna do an old school barrel proof, old school rare breed, the Wild Turkey 13. A really good Russell's pick, an Austin Nichols 101. I'm going to be doing a whole tasting of all that. So that's going to be next week, guys. It's going to be a friggin' amazing turkey shoot. So, all right, here are the names. Holy shit, we got ourselves a list. Thank you so much, Trev. All right, so what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go to random.org. I'm going to throw all the names in a list in a randomizer. There's the list. Randomize. All right, we are set. We have 84 entries. Holy shit. Thank you so much, guys. Fred Gilbert says 13 is going to lose. Yeah, it might. Yeah, it's going to be a turkey shoot. All right, let me grab my phone here because we're going to ask Google to pick a number. All right, here we go. Let me put up the volume so you guys can hear it. So we have numbers between 1 and 84. So that's the number I'm going to have Google pick here. Pick a number between 1 and 84.
Here's a random number, 16.
All right, guys, 16 is the random number. Let me go to the list here. All right, I'm going to take a photo of the list so to show you guys. This is really cool. All right, here we go. Number 16. The winner of the Colonel Taylor Single Barrel. Number 16 on the list, Josh Embry. Jeremy Sears, you missed it by 1. Josh Embry, number 16, congratulations. You win a Colonel Taylor Single Barrel. And I will also send you a Mash and Drum coin. One of my new coins that came in. So you're going to get those two. I'm going to send that out as soon as I can. Josh Embry, congratulations. Number 16. Yeah, my Google voice is an Australian woman. Yeah, I mean, why not? Let's see. Yeah, Wildlife and Whiskey, 17. Let's see. Hold Trev Wrenches and Klein Tears. Congrats, Josh. Josh Embry. Oh, he wrote, let's go. Oh, shit. Congrats, Josh. Nice job, Jeremy. All right, Josh Embry, email me at, Josh, I can't remember if you're a Patreon or not. I forgot. I'm sorry. If you are, contact me through Patreon. If you aren't, email me at themashanddrum@gmail.com and we will get you this beautiful bottle of Colonel Taylor Single Barrel. Congrats. All right, guys. And with that, what time is it? 10:30? Holy shit. Time flies when you're drinking barrel-proof shit. Let's try the blend and see how it came out. Oh, hell yeah. Damn, that's good. Guys. Holy shit. So these four together, with a little bit of water added, is an unbelievable blend. You know what? I might throw this in a bottle with a little bit of water and actually let it sit and see what happens. It's really good. Holy shit. It's butterscotch with fruit on top. You actually lose a little bit of the nuttiness to it. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, this might be a new infinity blend I might do. I have a decanter upstairs. I might actually throw this in here and do it. Yeah, I might give away samples of this. You know what? I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna combine all these in a decanter or in a small bottle. Let it sit and blend. It could be like the ultimate Elijah Craig, the Mash and Craig blend. Hell yeah. I might give away samples of this. It's unreal. It's so good already. And it hasn't even been sitting that long. That's intense. All right, guys. So, Jeremy Sears says, you just blend $400 worth of whiskey and you got yourself a great pour. Yeah, basically. Basically. So I want to thank you for all of you tonight. Real quick, again, got the meetup happening Saturday, April 25th, 5 p.m. If you can make it down to Louisville, let me know. Shoot me an email. I'd love to coordinate something with you before the actual meetup. Maybe go to Old Forester, maybe Michter's or Peerless, something on Whiskey Row. I'd love to hear from you guys. I have a couple of some cool connections at some of those places, so maybe we could do something of a private tour. The more of a head count I got from you guys, the better. Also this Saturday, remember Whiskey and Waffles is coming, 10 a.m. Myself with the Bourbon Junkies and I Whiskey She Wines. What whiskey goes best with waffles? We are going to find out. Special AM live stream. With that, everybody take whatever glass you have right now. Hold it in your hand. Raise it up before we sign off. I'll wait. Give you guys a couple seconds. So we're going to do my final sign-off toast for everybody here. And this is how it's going to go tonight. So this is the toast before we sign off. But first, before we sign off, I want to thank you for all the support. Thank you for everything. Hopefully we'll hit 8,000 subs really soon. Really looking forward to it. Keep an eye out for my next review, which will be, I think, the Redwood Empires. I forgot which one I filmed first. It actually might be the Elijah Craig A120. I know I kind of reviewed it tonight, but I'm going to review it by itself, I think, in a review. So everybody raise your glass, and here we go. It is, when I dream of heaven, I dream of the past, surrounded by good friends, and raising a glass. Cheers to you out there. Thank you, Whiskey community. I will see you next week on the Masson Drum. Cheers, and thanks for everything tonight. Congrats.